All right, we're going to cover the bare minimum of what the stochastic RSI is. I want to give just enough information so that you can start to dip your toes into using it yourself, or at the very least, so that you know what this indicator is if you see it used by somebody else, whether it's a chart you see posted on Twitter, Reddit, some YouTube crypto hype beast that you follow, whatever. Again, this is the bare minimum. I have another video to cover advanced techniques with the stochastic RSI, but this intro video, I want to be short and to the point. To get the stochastic RSI onto our charts, let's click on the indicators button. Let's just type in RSI. You don't have to try to spell stochastic, and it shows up. It's the fourth one for me. So we'll just click on stochastic RSI, and there we go. This indicator has two different lines on it. One is blue and one is orange. The blue line is the actual stochastic RSI signal. The orange line is a moving average of that blue line. The whole purpose of the stochastic RSI is just to increase the noise, increase the volatility that we just see in the normal RSI indicator. And so we can see how it does that by looking at this calculation that I put up on the screen here. And so our stochastic RSI, all it's doing is taking the current RSI, so the most recent one that's being printed, subtracting that from the most recent lowest RSI and dividing it by the highest minus lowest. And so that's just increasing that actual volatility, which we can see, much larger swings out of our stochastic. So the one thing to answer is, okay, where's the lowest and highest coming from? If we click on the settings button for our stochastic RSI indicator, and we see that both of these lengths are set to 14. And so all that means is that it's using the last 14 data points of the RSI to get these. And so if I'm looking at a 2-hour chart, it's accounting for the last 28 hours of data to create the stochastic. So the blue line on our stochastic RSI uses the last 14 data points of our normal RSI to calculate it. And this orange line that's on our stochastic RSI is the 3-point moving average of the blue. And so you can always see that it lags a little bit. We can determine that it's 3 data points because the letter D here has a 3. And so that corresponds to how many data points this moving average is using. So in as short of time as possible, how can we use the stochastic RSI for trading? Because it's an oscillator, it's fair to assume that when the indicator is in the lower range, that there should be some kind of a corrective move higher. And so for this introduction video, I'm really only going to cover that buy low, sell high kind of idea. And I'll just mark a few of these on the charts. Let me get rid of our RSI because I don't need to compare it to it anymore. All right, so I'm just going to mark a couple spots where these bottoms and tops are. I'm not going to do this whole chart, but so let's see. We have a bottom here. We have a top here. A bottom, a top. I don't know. Bottom, a top. Let's do one more. Bottom, and these are both kind of up here. All right, so if we just run through quick, we'll see we bought a bottom, sold a top. That's 5%. And again, this is a Bitcoin chart, so Bitcoin's going to be the heaviest of everything. 2.5% here. This one looks like it might be a pretty neutral, 1%. And again, a larger, 9% on that one. So you can see how this indicator could work pretty simply. At this point, if I was a teacher, I'd assign you homework to go back through some other charts, Bitcoin as well as some altcoins, and see how this stochastic RSI applies to other charts as well as different time frames. Even getting creative and seeing how you can use this moving average line or the upper, middle, lower bound lines that are marked on the indicator here, kind of seeing how you can tailor a strategy to higher success. These are all things that I dive into in the advanced stochastic RSI guide. So check that out if you feel comfortable with all of the info in this introduction so far. Again, I go much deeper into what this indicator really is, some do's and don'ts with it, and a bunch of different strategies using the indicator. I hope this video helps. Happy trading.